I'm a champion for the Second Amendment, and so are you. It's not going anywhere. It's under assault. It's under assault, but not when we're here, not even close.
Donald Trump spoke today to the NRA for the third straight time as president, but behind the scenes, the gun lobby group is in shambles. The Wall Street Journal today reporting that the group's longtime leader, Wayne LaPierre, is accusing NRA President Oliver North of extortion and of pressuring LaPierre to resign, down to allegations of more than $200,000 of wardrobe purchases by Mr. LaPierre. The dissension goes so deep that the NRA complained about its own president in its lawsuit against the contractor behind NRA TV, which, by the way, is a different operation. This comes on the heels of a New Yorker report this month detailing the organization's deep financial disarray. Here with me now is Mark Fullman, National Affairs Editor for Mother Jones, who recently wrote about why the National Rifle Association is under fire like never before. Mark, thank you for joining me. And I guess we have to start with this. The NRA is not some group or organization that is having certain trouble. The NRA is the lobby for the gun industry in the United States.
Yeah, well, and this turmoil they're going through now with their leadership, it's quite interesting in terms of the timing, because it comes at a time when they're really facing all kinds of problems. And some of them are related to this. Apparently, their tax-exempt status is under scrutiny in New York. They reportedly have a lot of financial troubles with fundraising and other things, and reports of lavish spending on executives. And then there are other things, too, going on with congressional investigations into them, both in terms of political finances and political activity, and their ties as well to Russian operatives. You know, an interesting side note to today's story is that Maria Butina was just sentenced to prison for 18 months, and she has a multi-year relationship with NRA leaders that still goes unexplained. So there are many things arrayed against this organization right now, I think, that, interestingly enough, kind of lends credence to its long sort of political theater that we've seen for many years, where they declare they're under siege and everybody's out to get them, and
that's right.
You know, we have to go against our enemies. So now it's actually seeming to take shape.
But here's the interesting thing. Some of the pressure has come onto them because Donald Trump is president and because people don't fear Donald Trump. You just heard the clip at the beginning. Donald Trump saying your rights are not under pressure. Nobody's taking your guns away. That is not a common refrain from them. So they've actually started to lose a common enemy, and they have declined to continue down the road of being a sporting gun organization that focuses on training and safety. They are all about the Second Amendment and the threats to the Second Amendment by this boogeyman that has, on some levels, strengthened because of some legislation. On the other hand, they've got Donald Trump, who's their guy in the White House.
Right. It's an interesting paradox for them, because they claim that Trump is, you know, their best friend in the White House they've had in modern memory. And yet it seems to hurt them in terms of, you know, raising money and motivating their base. And it kind of takes away their boogeyman argument that they had during the Obama years and against Hillary Clinton when she was running for president. So it's an interesting thing to watch them struggle with, and to watch them also, you know, effectively double down now with this kind of extremist rhetoric of politics headed into 2020. And just, you know, working in lockstep with Trump. I mean, I think that's the purpose of having him, you know, front and center again today, is to say this is where we're headed politically, and he's our guy.
What's happened here that's different from the tobacco lobby or the pharma lobby or the insurance lobby, where you don't ever hear about the politics inside that lobby? Why are there politics inside the gun lobby, given that it's largely funded by the gun industry?
It's hard to say, but I think we're going to learn more about this soon. And, you know, my speculation would be that because they've come under so much pressure, the NRA, in recent years, you know, this is also happening against the backdrop of a big shift in the political landscape on gun violence with the era of rising mass shootings we've watched, and particularly since Parkland last year. I think the political tide has turned in some major ways against this organization, and it's probably no coincidence that it's causing this kind of turmoil now internally, because they're just under intense scrutiny, and, you know, for a long time they were able to keep their operation kind of like a black box, but inevitably it's starting to, there are cracks in the wall now. So I think we're going to learn more about why and how this is happening.
Mark, thank you for your reporting on this. Mark Fullman is with Mother Jones.
Pleasure.
Still to
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.